Alright, there we go. So I was just watching the Mario trailer again. For the Mario movie, the second movie that, again, doesn't really feel like Galaxy. I'm going to make a prediction. The scene with the giant Cheep Cheep, you know, the Big Bertha, and the scene with Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi jumping on the clouds, at some point after they find Yoshi, there's going to be like a montage that, you know, is like a boy and his dog kind of montage of them just, you know, becoming friends. And it's going to be, those two scenes are going to be in it. Early on in the movie, you know, before the festival, before they meet Toad. I kind of think that everything we've seen so far comes from very early on in the movie. That's just a prediction. It could also just be copium. Oh yeah, we bought some Groundhog's Day stuff and everything along those lines. Air circulator. Alright, let's start hitting rocks and doing all our stuff. I guess we should go say hi to Raymond right here. Hey, Raymond. Hey, I did really thinking about what we talked about before. And you're right, I should totally live on this island with you and your friends. So, I'm here. I'm gonna start living the island life right now. I still cannot believe we actually found Raymond. You better believe I clickbaited that thumbnail. At least a little bit. At least a wee bit. Oh yeah, money rock right off the bat. We probably don't even have to hit any of the other rocks. Perfect money rock. Because we put all of our money into turnips yesterday. God, I hope that pays off. How much of rocks and iron and whatnot do we have? We got 170, 83, and then clay. We've got about. Okay, I guess we could. We don't need any more rocks, but I guess I could use the other two. Oh, there's a stump back there, and I keep getting tripped up on it. I really should move that dinosaur fossil somewhere else. We don't actively need that centipede. Not anymore. There goes our shuffle. Alright, let's go make a new shovel. Shovel. And then we can upgrade it. And that was all we needed. Alright, I guess let's go over to Town Hall and hit that rock. Oh, I wonder if I don't think the Able Sisters are open today. I'd assume they'd be open tomorrow. But I guess we'll find out. Okay, here's our money tree. That's a good chunk of change. Hey there. So whether rocks, it feels like anything I do turn out awesome. Yeah, we had one day of snow, and now it's just like it's never happened. Actually, there was plenty of snow on the ground today. I just have pulled up on my second screen a list of Game Changer episodes. I just looked over and I was watching Escape the Green Room yesterday. Why? I don't know. It was just kind of I was looking for something to like put on in the background while I did something else, and it was like, oh, Escape the Green Room. Sure, why not? Really, still one of the best Game Changers. That, and the one I was looking at right now is the official cast recording. Welcome to Mountain Port. Which is one I'm also very fond of. So we actually only make 20,000 from the money tree. Because we technically make 30,000. But then when we plant a new one, that's 10,000. So technically we're only making $20,000 from the money tree. But I mean, that's more than nothing. Especially in the early game. Oh, that's nice. That's a good reward. I saw the snowball, and yeah, Abel's sister still need another day. That's fine. I do wonder who we do have on the village, though. Because there's definitely somebody hanging around. Alright, Patty. Bottle. Any bottle. And yes, today we are going to the Happy Home Academy. We'll do another one there. Oh, we'll get around to the snowman. I don't know, I've been having awful luck. Okay, I figured Marino was going to be the one. In the middle of something. Currently crafting a wooden block. Why are they giving us all the wooden block stuff? The fact that we're getting so much wooden block stuff from these guys, it makes me think that whereas I would assume villagers could give just any DIY recipe, maybe they actually only pull from a certain pool. Maybe there are only so many recipes they can actually give. And currently we're just, you know, pulling in the pool of the wooden block stuff. Because that's like the third wooden block thing we've gotten in a row. But you know, once a coincidence, twice an accident, but 3 times, that's intentional. Come on, there you go. Let's take it all the way down to Patty's house. Bring it all the way back up. I think it needs to be bigger. Put that right there, and then I saw the other one over here somewheres. Okay, there we go. Too small? No, that's perfect. Wow. Okay, I'll take it. I thought for sure that head would... Maybe the head is smaller than I think. Because, like, I know sometimes we've definitely made it too big. That is for sure. But that felt too small. Oh, hey, it's, Flick. What's up, Flick? Do you live here? I'm Flick. I'm kind of a bug buff, an insect enthusiast. Of all the bugs and their appendages. Oh, shit. Capture the wiggly leg of each joint and antenna. You're so lucky you live in the world with bugs. If you find a bug, you can sell it to me, I'll pay a little extra. Devotion with condition isn't devotion at all. Oh, and if you're interested in my art, let me know. My commissions are open. Maybe another time. I like Flick and CJ. I do. I know there are new characters to the franchise, and obviously new characters always get met with some hostility. They don't really do much, but to be fair, their predecessors didn't really do much either. So it's not like I'm really upset with them, per se. No, Flick and CJ work. I do definitely ship them. If, you know, them calling each other partner, it could be a coincidence, you know, business partners. But the fact that when you build their house, they live together. So if you build Flick's house, CJ will show up. And if you build CJ's house, Flick will show up. Yeah, no, they're definitely together. I wish Nintendo wasn't so afraid of couples. Like, we see this most prominently with, like, Mario and Peach and Link and Zelda, where they're very obviously couples, but Nintendo, out of, like, a G-ratedness that, you know, makes Bert and Ernie not a couple either, they don't want to, like, confirm it. And I wish they just did. Like, Link and Zelda are, like, 95% of the way there in Breath of the Wild, and they just don't confirm it. I guess Tears of the Kingdom as well. Mario and Peach, I mean, again, there's concept art that they were going to get married at the end of Odyssey. And that would have been nice. I feel like that would have changed the Mario formula, but in a good way. And Nintendo was just scared to do it. So they didn't. But I wish they had. And of course, there's tons of other examples. Right, Flick and CJ here, Pearl and Marina. Trying to think of another straight example. I don't know. And of course, there's exceptions. You know, Fire Emblem characters get married all the time. Miitopia has stuff. Or not Tomodachi Life, I mean. Tomodachi Life has a big thing around marriage. So, like, there are definitely exceptions. But for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. Trying to think of a third example. I mean, my go-to third example is just Pearl and Marina. But I'm sure there's like another one. I mean, Fox and Crystal got married and had a kid in Star Fox Command? I could say Luigi and Daisy. They, like, kind of count. Ooh. Oh, I have to go over 2. I was like, why is that not the next thing? Where? Come on, give it to me. Oh, that goes, like, inside a house. Okay. Here's our last fossil. What are other Nintendo couples? I'm just trying to go... Like, all the other ones I'm thinking of are, like, Fire Emblem. Like, you know... Prom and Robin, or God, whatever the hell happens in Fates, or Engage, or Three Houses. Captain Falcon has a kid, but we never, you know, meet the parent. And, like, it's barely confirmed to be the kid. There's Donkey Kong. I mean, Donkey Kong and Candy are a couple. That's for sure. Like, we know that. Same thing with Dixie and Diddy. They're together. So I guess that one's an exception. But they never talk about how they're together. That's the thing about Dixie and Diddy is, like, a lot of people just assume they're siblings. But no, they're actually dating. But because how little Nintendo talks about it, you know, there's a bunch of people who don't know that. Olimar has a wife and children. I can't think of anything. I know there are other examples. I can't think of anything. There's no romance in Kirby, but I wouldn't expect there to be. Well, except for, you know, Taranza, but he's like a tragic figure. That's like Taranza's whole thing. What are my turnip prices? 82. Okay. I don't know what that means. I mean, that's less than what we paid for it, but not to, like, a bad proportion by any means. Potatoes sell for... Oh, wow, that's actually not bad. Basically 10,000 bucks every day, or every, like, 3 days. That's not bad at all. Hey, Anonymous, how's it going? Oh, we might actually have a large spike this week. There's over a 50% chance we have a large spike. Interesting. Interesting. Like Nicolas's Cage. Yeah, no, Nick Cage does do that, though. Like, he's famous for doing that. So in turnips, ooh, let me go put this stuff away actually first. There are 4 possible turnips patterns: large spike, small spike, decreasing, and fluctuating. So every week you will have one of those 4 patterns. Large spike potentially means the profit can go up to, I want to say like 600 something. Small spike means the price can like basically double. Decreasing means the profit never goes up and you lose money. And then fluctuating means it's completely random. Like, it'll never go that high, but it'll also never go that low. Okay, that's whatever. I'll put that in the bathroom. Evidence of happy home paradise houses, so I get Poke in exchange for bells. No! How Bitcoin works is Bitcoin... People... Well, not entirely Bitcoin, but, you know, things like Bitcoin. Is they come out, they start going up in price, and then usually within, like... I don't know, let's be generous and say an hour. It's usually like 11 minutes. Someone will withdraw like $2 million from the coin stock, and it will then lose all of its value and sink back down to 0. So it's, I mean, a large spike is, I guess, kind of like that, where, you know, the profits go up, one person makes a lot of money, and then they just immediately plummet. So, I guess it's kind of like that. But yeah, I don't know. Yes, all cryptocurrency is a rug pull. I know Bitcoin has been around longer, and it's one of the more stable coins, but everything else is a rug pull. Same thing with, like, NFTs. It's all rug pulls. Yeah. So yeah, I guess turnips are kind of a rug pull. Oh, there are so many other rug pulls. Literally, the former mayor of New York City just rug pulled a bunch of people like a week ago. It happens all the time. Literally, the president's son is in charge of the Trade Commission. And so he himself rug pulls people. The president's fucking son. Happens all the time. Crypto's a decent reason behind. It's not worth it. Web3 as a whole. Like, yeah, I guess potentially it could do some interesting things. But so far, everything that I've seen come out of Web3 has been disappointing. Crypto, NFTs... Those fucking Web3 cities that are literally just reinventing monarchies. What's the word I'm looking for? Where it's like people own like stocks in a Web3 city, and then they're immediately like discriminating and fighting with each other. I guarantee you it's probably already happened. Yeah, 6-7 coin. Yeah. Yeah, more and more places do nowadays. I don't know, I just don't see... Like, yes, would it have been smart of me when I knew about Bitcoin, like, 15 years ago to buy a Bitcoin and then have made a shitload of money? Sure. But we were all clowning on Bitcoin at the time. And, sure, some people made a lot of money. But, yeah... And yeah, a lot of people just treat this like gambling. It's basically gambling. That's the other thing with like Bitcoin. And that's honestly this new generation. I mean, it's Gen Z, it's Gen Alpha, it's even millennials. There is very much a gambling addiction in this country. The fact that you can like go on Polymarket and bet on anything and everything, from like, oh, you know, what's the Super Bowl gonna be? Or, you know, will somebody die of cancer? Or, you know, will someone throw a green dildo on a basketball court? The fact that you can bet on anything, yeah, this country is developing a gambling addiction. And it's kind of destroying the gambling. Yeah, exactly. And I hate all the ads, and it's a real problem. Like, the government really needs to step in and regulate all this shit, or I'd honestly prefer if they just ban it. I think the government banning this shit would be for the best. But the president gets in on it. That's the thing. The president and his children are in on it. They're making bets and cashing out on it. Because all this shit is unregulated. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. And we live in hell. Ooh, is that a snow crab? No, it's another red king crab. We need a snow crab. We need a lobster. The fact that we have not found a lobster yet is wild. Like, I feel of all the deep sea creatures we can get, we've probably found most of them, but we need a snow crab and we need a lobster. I sort of had a gambling addiction as a kid. Claw machine, Pokemon packs. A competitive gambler. There is no ranked competitive gambling, because the house always wins. But yeah, no, Pokemon cards are especially bad as well nowadays. You know, opening those Pokemon packs. Of course, there's stuff like Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero, third example here. I tell you, it's not you. Oh, no, it ain't. Pokemon cards, the house is the Pokemon company. They're the ones making all the money. Yeah, and guess who's winning? The parent company of Genshin. I want to say Tencent, but I don't think that's right. Okay, this is something fast. I swear to God, if this is another Venus fly basket, I'm gonna be disappointed. Okay, this could be what we need. Nah, just an octopus. I think we're, yeah, a little more than halfway across the beach. Oh, we caught up and surprised it. That's a snow crab! Hey, we actually needed that one. Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't play any of those gacha games. I refuse on principle. Like, the closest I get is, like, Marvel Rivals. Which is also still definitely a gooner game in some ways. But it can be fun. Isn't always fun, but it can be. Dude, ranking all the Genshin cards. Tier list. I'd say this is one of those S tier. Yeah, no, that's pretty bad. Oh, come on. Yeah, but you don't win. That's the thing. Is the game was rigged from the start and you don't even know it. And you just think, oh, well, I've just come across a 16 carat run of bad luck. Not realizing that it was always rigged. Oh, the lobster! Hey, we needed that! L'objective complete. We needed that lobster so bad. Because we could only get that lobster for the next 4 days. Well, I guess 5, including today. We were on a time limit for that fucking lobster. And now we've got it, and we don't gotta worry about it. She stops. Yeah, you know, some people are like that. You know, the times I've been to Vegas, I've been very much like, yeah, I'm going in with a limit. If I lose it, so what? Try to break even at least. But no, for every person like that, okay, let's put it like this. For every 10 people like that, who are smart, who only risk so much, and once they're hit their limit, they're out, there's at least one person who bets the house, who will go in on everything, full odds in, everything in, and they lose it all. They're called whales. And yeah, it's bad. It's bad in the gaming industry, and now it's in everything. Everything is gambling. This is just a barnacle coral. I don't know, there's like genuinely a really good South Park episode about this, where they talk about how, like, oh, the grandfather's addicted to gambling, Randy's addicted to wine, and then Stan gets addicted to gacha games. But it's all the same shit. I got sea anemone. Oh, I thought we had it. It's like when you catch something else, it stuns the thing you're chasing for like a second. And I thought for sure we were going to be able to use that stun to get it. Come on. No, don't turn around. Give me a second. I'll read that in a second. No. You fucker. I was in the Florida Keys and we're walking down the sideways there were a bunch of stores. There's 2 shops, juvenile shops, surprisingly a Wendy's at the corner, and in an alley there was a staircase leading up to a 2nd-story building, going up to a strip club. Just keep on walking. Yeah. I've never been to the Florida Keys. Oh no, I remember back when Rooster Teeth was a thing. The Fuckface podcast, they talked about like going to the Florida Keys. And I think it was the Florida Keys. And doing like Sloppy Joe's Bingo, where you would watch, where it's like people watching, but you do But honestly, part of the inspiration for us doing Animal Crossing Bingo was Fuckface Sloppy Joe's Bingo. I would be lying if I said that wasn't an inspiration. And yeah, that's down in the Florida Keys. There's a boba shop with Pokemon. God, we filled up a whole inventory and nothing. '90s Mike from Cuba. My family made me take a photo in front of the anchor thingy. Or buoy or whatever. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Maybe. Here, Blathers, turn around for me. Make a donation. We got 2 things. We got a lobster and a snow crab. I think that's every deep sea thing we can get at the moment. I legitimately think that's every deep sea creature that we can find. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we got everything. At least, again, for this month. Because, you know, we had to get the lobster and the albolona before they disappear at the end of the month. Oh, is the squid a deep sea thing, or... was this... No, the squid was a fishing thing, but didn't we get the squid? Did we get the squid? I think we got the squid. Oh, the sea pig. Okay, no, there is... I think the sea pig is a deep sea diving spot thing. Okay, so there is at least one more we can get. Yeah, the sea pig is a thing. But we haven't come across it yet, so... You know, when they use a VPN, you have to... the IP address for a country, international waters, when you aren't using a VPN. Potentially, if I remember correctly, it's related to where the ship is registered. So, like, if the ship is registered in America, it'll be connected to an American IP address. I think. That sounds right off my head. There are very few ships actually registered to America, though. At least for, like, cruise ships. I want to say most cruise ships are registered in, like, the Bahamas or something weird along those lines. I see Phoebe with a thing over her head. We should go see what that is. I swear if you're trying to move away already. Like, I do think we need a villager to move away, but I would rather have it be Judas than you. I swear to Glob. Oh, you want a Warforge? Yeah. No joke? I feel bad to bug you. I really could use the help. We actually do need to do that. I think we do have a bingo thing that is complete quest for villagers. When I went on my last cruise, I was telling myself, yeah, she seems to be, Phoebe seems to be a very popular villager. I've seen her on a bunch of people's islands recently. Did you get Rodney on your island? I don't know which villager that is. I'd have to look that one up. So, Rodney. Oh, we had Rodney before. In the original series, we had a Rodney as a villager. Yeah. He played the arcade machines. Get Tammy. Yep, I had Tammy. I think it's a he. He's a smug hamster. I think we need a snooty villager. Like, we basically have all the types. We've got one of each type of the males. And I want to say the only female... No, we have one of each of the females except for Snooty. And then we've got, like, two of the males, and we just need the other two. All our villagers are different types. Which, that is lucky. You know, that doesn't always happen. Back in, like, 2000. To reset. Yeah. Ketchup's cool. You know who I do like, though? I like Tangy. The cat that's a tangerine. I've always really liked that one. We got a mermaid chair. That's 10 things we've gotten from him. Yeah, Tangy. He's a tangerine cat. His head is shaped like, you know, a tangerine. Or, I guess, an orange. Is it a she? It might be a she. Yeah, okay, it's a she. I don't know. Either way, Tangy's cool. I had them in... Was it City Folk? I've had them before. My guess would be City Folk. I don't know. I did not put that much time into City... I did not put that much time into City Folk. And that was a long time ago. Favorite and least favorite. Favorite is the octopuses. I know there's only like 4 of them, but I do really like the octopuses. And least favorite is the gorillas. The monkey, I don't care for the monkeys either. But I think the gorillas are the worst ones. Personality type, not animals. I don't actually have a problem with any of the personality types. I don't actually have, like, a favorite or least favorite. I wish there were more. My problem is I just wish there were more of them. There's only 4 male and 4 females. Like, come on, you could add in more personality types. And especially one of the girl ones just being normal. Like, come on, you can do better than that. Or at least make one of them a normal... If it was like, there was a normal girl and a normal boy, I would get that. Yeah, I'd be fine with, like, bully or mean or something like that. I'd be fine with that. Hey, Vivian, right? Yeah, Vivian's cool. If they're like a big... Yeah, I wouldn't mind that as well. Ooh, we can get a couch. Ooh, and we can get a sign. Ooh, those both might be useful. What's up? What are you looking for? I'm ready to work. Bring back the me. I wouldn't mind if they did like a mean villager type. I don't think every villager should be mean, but a mean villager type would be nice. I want you to develop his sales, so I want you to chat with the vacationers on the island and offer them services. Trust in yourself and go with the flow. I'd be fine with a goth. Again, I'm open for whatever. If you want to do like Satanist, I mean, you wouldn't call it Satanist. But if they want to do like a Satanist personality type, I'd be fine with that. Visitors like to hang out on the beach. There's one dreaming of living in paradise. Pitch, you'll need to try to talk to him. Hey, Vivian. What's up? Part of the ongoing labors. Fabulous vacation home. Be quite the status symbol. Pitch these suggestions. We're Americans. Nintendo doesn't listen to us. So excited to discuss the details of my home. My ideal vacation home would be something along these lines. A gym to dance it out. Okay. I do like the wolf villagers a lot as well. Like I'd have to look at them all, but I don't think there's a bad wolf villager. Like even the old one. I want to say Lobo looks good. Alright, suggest a location. Let's see. Yeah, the only time I've ever contacted Nintendo support was when my 3DS broke. Back in like 2013, my 3DS broke. And I contacted Nintendo support and was like, hey, can you fix it? And yeah, sure enough, I just had to ship it to them, and they fixed it with no issues. Because I never did any of the Joy-Con drift fixes. I did that myself. Alright, so we can do some outside stuff. What do we want to do outside? Do I even want to do any? That was like 2 years ago, and I was suggesting Mario 3D All-Stars in the Animal Crossing game. Yeah. Alright, enter fence building mode, change the weather, change the season, redesign infrastructure. Alright, so I'm thinking like yoga studio, like outdoor. My contacts list. Let's see if we can work with these. Maybe we actually do that one closer. Maybe we do that on the opposite side of the house. We're gonna need one more. Let's get a yoga ball. Let's also get a punching bag. Punching bag. Oh, we can actually just... I'd rather just move the house over. Put the water spout right there. And then I saw a bicycle. Yeah. I remember there was this plush tuber Crazy Mario Bros. You called Nintendo customer support for a Truth or Dare video. The comments told them to call Nintendo support and request Luigi for Mario Kart Tour. And Nintendo actually added him. I guarantee you those two events are no correlations whatsoever. But I mean, it'd be cool if they did. Like, it'd be cool if Nintendo actually listened to America. But they could give less of a shit what we do. Ooh, I can put a climbing wall outside. How do I... There we go. I think America... I just don't... Nintendo is very much like a Japanese company. And they really only care about, like, what Japanese gamers think. Like, I'm sure every once in a while they'll listen to us Americans. Like, that's the only reason we keep getting Metroid games. I don't like the brown either. Alright, so that looks good for the outside. Now let's go inside. Right, spas, baskets... I want to say the last time we did this house. Homogeneous. I mean, yes, but honestly, it kind of feels like PlayStation's a lot more open. Like, PlayStation feels a lot more open to, like, listening to America and what America cares about. At least it feels like that. Oops. Put our disco ball in the middle. Let's get a table over here. I think that's... Yeah, there we go. That looks better. Oh, is there not a table in here somewheres? Oh, I gotta go up some more. I'm gonna get some fruit water. Maybe I'll do another table. Oh, we'll do like 2 of these. I do know that, but I just don't have that many materials. You know, I just started a new save file. I don't have that much stuff. So that's why I'm using the order tab. Ah, shit. Alright, we got some bikes. I want a rug in, like, the... Do I want a rug in the middle, actually? I don't know if I need a rug. Maybe. Ooh, let's move these one away from the wall. Let's turn it around. We got a bicycle, a treadmill, and maybe one of these pull bars. And then on the back here, I want to put TVs. Let's do the big ones. Yeah, look at that wall of TVs. What other things do I have? I'll put an air conditioner. Put a plant right there. Another plant right there. I'm gonna kill that and replace it with a water cooler. How do you feel about the 70 villagers that got cut? I mean, some of them are neat, but honestly, for the most part, I don't really need that many. Like, I'm fine with less villagers. Or, you know, it just depends. I do wish that over time some of them had made a comeback. And I want to say a few of them have. I could definitely be wrong about that. I like Bow and Wow. Yeah, my bigger problem is how many villagers this game cut. Or more of like supporting characters. You know, Booker and Copper, the Postman and both of them, the Blanca, and there's so many others. There's been like there's a lot of like supporting characters that have been in a lot of games that just weren't in this one. Okay, I'm more or less happy with this. You know, you got music, you got a place to work out, you got lights. Dr. Shrunk's another one. Where it's like, yeah, why not bring him back? I don't know if you can do anything with some of those villagers in the Happy Home Paradise. Like, if you were able, like, if they still have models, I wouldn't be surprised. Kirby got an update today. Huh, interesting. Thank you for this gorgeous home. Take the opportunity to snap a photo. So we have a design portfolio. Yeah, of course. Alright. Can we? No, we can't place them on anything. Alright, I guess let's just... Camera app. We can make ourselves disappear. Well, that should be fine. No, I did not. There were a few, like, Pokemon cards that had e-readers in them. But outside of that, no, I didn't have any e-reader cards. I didn't have an e-reader accessory. Another job well done. That's 6,000 Poke. There's the photo we took. Wonderful. Using the app to organize information will make it easier. Now how Apollo and Whitney were dating in Animal Crossing movie. Cartoon romance dating. I'm of two minds. On one hand, I wouldn't mind villagers dating. But I'd want them to do it in like a Tomodachi Life way, where you can where villagers will come up to you and be like, should I start dating should I start dating Whitney? I wouldn't mind that so much, but also I don't feel like the game needs dating. Especially like when villagers just decide to show up and leave. I wouldn't mind if they did a thing where like villagers can like live together in the same house. And they could either be dating or they could just be roommates. However they do it. I think that could be interesting. Alright, well, I'll finish for the day. We did our house. We can buy a couch. It's a very gray couch, or not gray, beige. And we want one of these, because we can put a custom design on that. I don't know. I am excited for Tomodachi Life. I mean, we're getting a Tomodachi Life Direct. Oh, hey, it's, what's your name? Megan. I recognize you. Yeah, I don't mind. Like, I'm excited for a new Tomodachi Life Direct. That'll be fun. I'm gonna take one of these. So yeah, I do plan the Tomodachi the Tomodachi Life Direct is on Thursday, and I do plan on streaming it. It's before I head off to work. I was actually thinking about that I was going to actually stream Animal Crossing that morning, because the morning of the Tomodachi Life Direct, that night, I'm seeing Markiplier's movie, Iron Lung, and I was like, well, if I'm, I get off work, I immediately have to go see Markiplier's movie. Maybe I'll just stream Animal Crossing in the morning. And no, now I can't. Because instead we gotta do Tomodachi Life. And I mean, I guess I could do a very short Animal Crossing. Because the Direct's not gonna be more than like half an hour. It's on the 29th at like 6 a.m. It's early in the morning. So we plan to draw in visitors with the campsite has proven to be a success. We have the groundworks to increase tourism. The most difficult part of the whole venture. Don't you worry, Mr. Nook. As long as we work together, she'll reach our goal of having a KK Slider concert. Yep, sure, dreams do come true, Isabelle. Thank you so much. I'm more determined than ever. Are you ready to talk about... Okay, we'll do that right now as well. It's about our campsite. Waiting for villagers okay, but maybe you're interested in taking a more proactive approach. If you want, you can use amiibos. I'm gonna end off here in a little bit anyways. Like, there's no way I go for another, like, 10 minutes. At least that's the hope. Hey, it's the Villager shirt. You know, from hit game Villager. Ooh. A carnival mask. That's cool. Yep, I'll see you around. Alright, what should we do with Nook Miles? We got pro camera, hip reactions, hairstyles, more hairstyles, body paint, new custom designs, or we can buy some fences. I am just going to do pro camera today. Alright, let's see what Nook's got. Hello there, this is construction consultation. How can I help? What should I do? Explain Project KK. We've started gathering feedback from folks, improving the image of the island, and gaining the all-important world of mouth marketing. Best Isabel to assist with feedback, so to help each other. I think Isabel will have some good pointers on how you can improve. In short, we need to increase our island's population and improve scenery. Turn Sable Falls into the most charming island can be. Infrastructure important, but let's plant flowers and use decorations to make this place look snazzy. Alright, Isabel, I guess let's see what is our island ranking. This is the first time we've talked to Isabel. She's been here for like 4 days. Counter, I can help with both general issues and other residents. Since we're here, I may as well ask, do you have any specific concerns? Indeed I do. First official request? I'm sorry. That wasn't professional, was it? Now then, how can I help you? Let's talk about island evals. Seems you're as excited as I am for the image of our island. Allow me to explain how to do that first. We collect and analyze data from our reports. We conduct random polling of the residents. Feedback is ranked using a system of 5 stars. Better balance of natural beauty, development, decor. The more stars our island receives. Residents, buildings, proper infrastructure, all that. Easy enough, but if we can achieve perfect balance. As the rankings. We're currently 1... Actually, I didn't even think we were going to be at 1 star. That's good. From the feedback. Place I've been quite watching. It's a secret to everybody. I don't want it to be famous. Hey, that's a Zelda reference. It's a secret to everybody. Well, there you have it. Seems like every piece of feedback we received is from the same pulley. I'm happy to hear you enjoyed himself. We need to get word of mouth about our island if we want more residents. Focus on growing the population. If we have that in order, we can recruit more folks to live here. So let me know if you want to hear the latest island feedback. I'm saving the island tune and the island flag for once we get, like, computer access and whatnot. Because I'm going to use one of those. I admittedly don't know what our flag is going to be, but I'll figure it out. Stock infrastructure. But what did you have in mind? Let's sell some land. Small fee of 10,000 bells. Sure. Thank you very much. Hand over a housing kit. Nope, I'm good for now. I think every day from here for the next few days, because we've got 5 villagers. Or no, we've got 6 villagers. We need 4 more. So I'm thinking every day from here on out, we'll basically place another house. There's a part of me that kind of wants to put it, like, back here. Yeah, basically that. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna break that rock. The tree I don't gotta worry about, but the rock I do. So let's go buy an apple. An apple? Yeah, sure, I'll buy one. Ooh, I don't mind that wallpaper. I'll also take this flooring. And I'll take this flooring. Tapestry. Oh wow, that's actually... That's cheaper than I thought it was going to be. Alright. Let's eat this apple. Let's shatter a rock. Oh, devastating. Alright, I think we put it right here last time. Yep. Alright, there we go. Pick a spot for a home to be built in the future. New island neighbor, a new friend. The only person I don't think we talked to today, because we talked to Patty, we talked to Raymond, we talked to Bud and Phoebe. We didn't talk to Judah, or not Judah. I don't know why I keep calling him Judas. We didn't talk to Rodeo. Oh, and we gotta take care of... Oh, fuck, I forgot about her request. I do want to take care of her request. Luckily, wharf roaches appear in a number of places. The problem is just, like, getting them to actually show up. Also... I don't actually know if they can pop up on these back rocks. I wouldn't be surprised if they could, but I don't think I've ever actually... Ooh. Or actually seen them pop up back there. There we go. We caught a wharf roach. That was not bad at all. Could we take the megaphone into the museum? I'd have to assume we can't. But I don't think Judas is out here, and Rodeo is out here anywheres. I should look up if there is a Judas in Animal Crossing. I feel like there wouldn't be, but you never actually know. Where the heck did Phoebe go? She was just here a minute ago. Out here on the docks. Did she make her way all across the bridge? Oh, she did. So, I got a bug. Hey, you remembered. I actually did remember. Much to my own surprise, I did. Snowy knit cap. Alright, let's go see if we can find Judas just real quick. Animal Crossing Judas. No, the only one I can find is Judy. What's up? The museum is open. It's so big. Alright, well, we talked to you. And I do have to figure out what we want our town tune to be, and our flag. I've got an idea for the flag, but I don't have an idea for the town tune yet. I'll have to keep thinking about that one. I think that matches, actually. Actually, we didn't need to do that one. So now we can listen to sweet tunes while we do whatever. It just adds more texture to the room. Does any of this work together? I guess it's fine. Alright, so if we go in here into camera. Oops. Camera. We can hit minus, which takes us into this. And we can hit it again. Which, boom, just like that. Look at us. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end off for today. You know, we played a house, we Happy Home Paradise. Turnips might be good. They might also be terrible. Like there is a pot. You know, it's more of a 50% chance that they're good, but you never know. So we'll do all that. Of course, we'll continue that in the future. Tomorrow should be, tomorrow and Wednesday will be streams at normal times. But then on Thursday, we'll be up early for the Tomodachi Life Direct. And then we'll stream at some point that day. We'll do Animal Crossing. I don't know when we will do Animal Crossing. At some point early in the morning, late at night. I guess it also depends on how our turnips are looking. Because the other problem is that if I do Animal Crossing early in the morning, that's before the shops open. The shops open at, 8. And that's usually when I leave for work. So I can't. I couldn't do... I mean, I guess I could go real quick. But I'm trying to avoid that if I can. But no, that's where we're going to end off today. So with that, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.